Hi guys, I know it's been a long time since I posted a video for our team and I want to apologize for that. I can honestly say we've had a lot going on in our lives as a family in the last month or so, and I guess it's fine that it's time that I finally just check in with you guys and kind of touch bases, let you know what's going on. So my plan was to actually make a little video for you guys each week and post it on here, and I was doing pretty good for the first, I guess 3-4 weeks of the year, and then just had some personal stuff happen, and I just feel like I'm getting my feet back underneath me right now. But so just so you guys know, oh, my husband Ivan actually went in for a physical at the beginning of the year, just kind of under some prodding from me, just because it had been a long time since he had a physical. And in conjunction with that physical, they actually did some blood work, and one of the tests came back with kind of a abnormal reading, and so they said, well, we're gonna put you on antibiotics for 3 weeks and then recheck that or do that same test again. So they drew blood again in 3 weeks, and the numbers were still off. So I actually sent him to a urologist, and after some tests and ultrasound, and then having to go through a prostate biopsy. They took 12 biopsies. They actually found that he does have prostate cancer. And so, that is a little bit of a blow to a family. He's not super old, really. And so we've had a lot to learn really quickly, and a lot to just read, and a lot of praying, and trying to figure out what is really going to be the best route for our family in regards to this situation. And so everything else kind of took a little bit of backseat. Definitely still been, involved as much as I can, but I do feel like things have kind of settled into a state of being somewhat normal, I guess. And but just wanted to let you know that that's what's going on. But an interesting thing has happened amidst all of this, because I do feel like that there's always a silver lining, and actually there's been a few, but one that I wanted to talk to you about is, strangely enough, it's made me a little bit more passionate about what I do with Scentsy. And part of that, I think, is because I know that he's going to have to take some time off work um, to have surgery, and there's going to, we do have insurance, so thank goodness we do. That's a big blessing, and we're super grateful for that, um, because I can't imagine going through this without that. But um, we do have insurance, and he is going to have surgery. He's going to miss work. And so it's such a blessing that we have the Scentsy business, because it'll be something that can kind of um, hopefully make up for the difference a little bit with what he'll lose in wages during that time. And so, where I think I could truthfully use it as a time to just, oh, I don't have time for Scentsy, I can't do this. Um, in a strange way, it's kind of relit a fire. And I don't, it's not like the fire ever went out, but I guess it's like it added wood or fuel to the fire, because I feel like there is a big motivation for me to do even better. And I think that all of us have things that happen in our lives that can potentially really keep us from doing Scentsy. Things that we could use as an excuse, if you will, to not work our businesses. Um, we all have things like that, whether it's, you know, an illness in a family, or a diagnosis of an illness, because Ivan doesn't seem sick or anything, or it could be, maybe having a baby, or being pregnant and not feeling well, or working long hours at another job. I mean, there's reasons, there's things that we definitely could say, hey, this is my excuse for not doing Scentsy as much as I'd like to. Um, but really, when you think about it, you could definitely turn those things around and use them for your reasons why you do Scentsy, or the reasons why you want to do it even more. And that's really what this has done for me. It's just really solidified my commitment to make this a fantastic year, and has really, um, like I said, just really added fuel to my Scentsy fire already. And I wanted to let you know that it doesn't mean that, um, there's going to be times really that I will be my time will be affected or impacted negatively because of what's going on, definitely. But at the same time, my drive and my passion will be even more. And so I just wanted to, to let you guys know that, just in fairness to you all, and also because I do feel close to all of you, and am grateful for your friendship and your support. And so if you are the praying type, added prayers, um, offered in Ivan's behalf would be appreciated. And but really, just knowing that you guys, I know, care about us, means a lot. And I just wanted you to know what was going on. Um, the other thing that I wanted to share with you really quick kind of goes a little bit hand in hand with that, and it's something that I think, um, people bring up on a fairly regular basis. Not everybody, but some people will kind of come back around to this point of, gosh, I'm really having a hard time getting my 150. And I was talking to somebody on our team the other day, and we were discussing, uh, the fact that some people struggle to get to, they legitimately struggle to get their 150, and then others, it comes seemingly easy, for them to get 150 and beyond. And what's the difference? And I'm not saying this is always the case, but this is something that for me, I think really, really could be the case with some people. And so I'm just going to be kind of, blunt and put it out there, and you can take it for what it's worth, and hopefully it doesn't bother you or anything. But I think that when you start a business like Scentsy and you're working it and you're trying to build up, um, loyal, basically a clientele, or get loyal customers, you work really hard. You book parties. There's a lot of rejection that you kind of go through with people who might not want to do a party. But if you really stay at it, you're going to get at least a couple of parties booked. And so you use that time, when you do those parties, you use that to get additional bookings, um, and potential recruits, and obviously then customers as well at those parties. But if you don't consistently have parties and you don't consistently have customers that you're selling to, then you find yourself in the position of trying to scrape together $150 worth of orders every third month. And what kind of hit me, and I know that doesn't sound like, anything new. You're like, okay, I already know that. But the reason, to me, it seems like, I don't know, kind of like a little bit of an aha moment for me. It's because I actually verbalized, it's like you're starting your business over every 3 months. And so instead of having those loyal customers every single month, you actually are going out every 3 months, and it's like you're starting anew as a consultant, and you're trying to find some customers, find maybe somebody to book a party. But if you had kept that momentum going all along and really kind of worked through that really hard time, because there is a time when you're starting a business that it's a lot of work. You have to work hard. You have to really hustle. You have to really, kind of dig deep and find out, how bad do you really want to do this, because it can be a struggle. And I would say really it's like, it's just one of those things where you just have to do it. You have to put in that time, and you have to make that commitment to actually be consistent so that you can continue to be consistent going forward. Because if you don't build up that consistency as a consultant, where you are always just hustling and working and trying to have parties booked and customers that you can count on to order, then you're always going to be behind that 8 ball every third month. And you're going to be basically starting your business over again every third month. And so I think that the more consistent you are as a consultant, then the more consistent customers you'll have as well. And again, you're probably like, yeah, duh, whatever. I already know that. But it is easier said than done. But the bottom line is you have to want it bad enough. You have to be able to have those things that could easily be, I guess, excuses for not doing it. You have to turn those around and make those your excuses for doing Scentsy, so that you can develop that passion and that drive and keep that fire alive in you enough that you can, pick up the phone, and so you can have the courage, I guess, and the desire to pick up that phone and call people and try to book parties, or call people and say, hey, listen, you haven't ordered in a while, and I am going to be placing an order. So would you like to order some more bars? Whatever it is, you just have to be able to actually build up that consistency in yourself so that you can expect it from your customers as well. And so I'm going to, obviously I'll be posting this to our team page. I'll try to remember to send it out on email as well, because I know there's some people who don't actually just get on Facebook. But what I would like from you is after I post this, to actually, why don't you post in the comments your, I guess your best way that you have to work your business to get the 150 each month. What do you feel is your little secret or your tip for success? And if you can post that in the comments after, then people who maybe are struggling with their 150 can start their business over this month, work to get their 150, and then have a plan, not just kind of like, whew, breathe a sigh of relief and say, good, I don't have to work my business again for the next 3 months. No, they can take that momentum, use it to kind of launch them into the next month, and then again use that momentum to launch them into the next month, and so on and so on and so on. Instead of, whew, I got my 150, I'm gonna just sit back and take a break. In direct sales, I kind of feel like there's really no break, and there are times when it's kind of like, sheesh, I wish I didn't have to always worry about where my next party's coming from. But the reality is that you always should be worrying where your next party's coming from. You should always worry about having a full calendar. You should always worry about, whatever it is you want to achieve. If you want to just be a consultant and not have to worry about the 150, then work your business at that 150 level every single month. Don't work it every third month, because you're starting your business over every third month, and that has got to be so hard. It's like, trying to move a big boulder. Once you get it rolling, it's not as bad as trying to start it from a dead standstill. And you can't have your business totally dead in the water every third month and then try to, pick it up and have it move easily forward. You have to always have a little bit of that momentum from the previous month, so that it's easier to get that ball rolling. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense. Would love to hear everybody's top tip, I guess, for success with getting $150 in orders on a consistent basis. So remember, you have to be consistent as a consultant in order for you to expect the blessing of having consistent customers as well. And I will post tips as well after I get this posted, and after a few people watch it and start commenting, I will add some tips as well. But for those of you that are struggling to get your 150, I want you to just really take a good, hard, honest look at yourself and say, okay, what can I do? mean, because there's tons of reasons why it's hard. I mean, there are. It's hard. Maybe it's saturated in your area, even though it's not really. But maybe that's what you feel like it is. Or maybe you know, I know some areas are struggling economically. Those things are real, but it doesn't mean you can't make your business work. What can you do instead of looking and saying, okay, these are all the reasons why it's hard. Let's find some. Well, I guess let's use that energy and that time to find some ways to make it work, even in spite of it being hard or difficult. Um, anyway, appreciate you guys, and this, was a little bit longer than my normal little weekly tip because there was just more stuff to cover. But anyway, appreciate every one of you, and I want you to know that I really am here to help you, and I'm happy to do so. And I'm always excited to hear of your successes and totally willing and happy to help you when you have challenges as well. Um, if you're having a hard time and you just need somebody to call and go, gosh, I'm really frustrated. Please talk me off the ledge here because I feel like quitting. Give me a call because we certainly don't want you to quit, and I'm happy to talk to you because guess what? We've all been there, done that. We all feel that way at some point, and but we all need to have that go-to person that we can call and get remote motivated, vent a little bit too, and maybe get some new ideas and get a little breath of fresh air blown our way and move on. So just know that I'm here for you. You can call me. I'm happy to help. Have a great week, and hopefully I will get back on a schedule and start posting these each week, and I'll try to keep them to 5 minutes in the future. Take care, guys. Bye bye.